Hello everybody and welcome to the Advanced Deepwoken Parkour Guide. In today's video, I'm going to go through all of the necessary techniques that you should know about parkour. However, before we start, I want to tell you about my accessory, which is this on my back. The trackstar hair ID is gonna be in the description and on the screen at the same time. Now back to the video. Starting off with a very basic one, we have the wall taps. You have one for each side and you can use them on the same climb. Then comes the climb, and that is pretty much it. Now if you want to be creative with these, you don't need much to learn. Now for the first way to use the wall tap is to boost yourself off of a ledge, like this. You can do this anytime and anywhere you want to. Unlike Windstep that uses Ether and has a cooldown in combat, you can spam these and they won't even be downgraded if you are on low health. Keep in mind that this skill leap from 50% does not take you anywhere and it is useless. Now for the next technique, you gotta pay a little bit of attention. Because in order to do it, you have to press the right two buttons and angle your camera the right way at the same time to perform the perfect possible wall jump. Now for those who are wondering what I'm talking about the double wall tap, which is a really unknown mechanic. So while the average player does a double wall jump like this, which is good for climbing of course, but it is not even close as good as the technique I'm gonna be showing you guys for just movement beside a wall. Okay, so we're gonna be racing here to see which one of the climbing techniques can get you further from here without using any talents or any buffs or anything at all. Except the wings, because I have them on. Okay, so this is attempt number 1 without the technique. And I got this far. Now for the next one with the technique. As you can see, I got way further. If you just want to throw your enemies off and just confuse them, this is 100% the way to go. And if you learn this, you will have 2 wall taps at all times in your disposal. Okay, so I kind of forgot to show you how to double wall tap, so I'm going to do just that right now. So the way you gotta do this is to first angle yourself slightly to the left, then go back and right to manage to do this kind of weird wall tap. Now what's special about this is it uses the left charge and not the right, meaning you can also do the right one even though it sent you the same direction the right one would. And of course this can be done for both sides. And how I usually use this is this way. This can be done on every single slot, even if you have 0 agility. I tried it, trust me. Now for the next one, I'm going to show you a technique that can get you higher than usual. So how a regular player would climb this surface, it would be something like this. Or maybe even like this. And while these are pretty good guesses, these are not the best way to climb. Because if you just add a wall tap, you can go much higher than the previous attempts. While this was still not enough, you can do this 2 times in a climb if you have Windstep or basically any upscale mantras. Speaking of Flame Leap, Vicious Descent, basically anything that takes you back to the wall will give you another wall tap. Moving next on our list, we are down at the beach once again. And yes, I am including every single technique that I shown you in the previous video, just in case this one does better than the previous one, because the previous one kind of got slopped. For water this time though, I have 2 more new things to show you. But first, let's start with the very basic ones, and that is how to go faster in water. Now, if you still just spam the side taps, this is obviously gonna be the fastest choice. You get to your next step way faster than if you were climbing up and doing the tap. The side taps offer crazy mobility compared to simply swimming around in the water, making it one of the best movement opportunities if you're near a wall. Now for the next one on the list, which is actually a new one, is more like a tip rather than a technique. Now let's say you are here and you want to go to the dry land. So how a beginner player would do this? It is likely just swimming over to the land. How a seasoned player would do this, however, is tap the wall once into a dash. However, this is still not the best option for you out there, because if you just do a half climb before the wall tap, you actually get a double jump to get off another dash in the air, making it the fastest way to come out of water. And even if the surface would be higher, because we are talking about water, you actually have another climb, which I'm going to be abusing in the next one. As I mentioned earlier, water gives you a secondary climb, which I'm going to show you right here and right now just to prove as an example. As you can see, water gives you another climb on top of the already existing one. And this is of course available for everybody. Now onto how to use it. As you could see, last time I did it, I only got up there, but we can actually go way higher than that. So with a little bit of tweaking, you can actually climb like this, and it's gonna get you much higher than the previous attempt. As you can see, I went way higher than previously, and that is the best way to climb out of water if you want to climb really high. Now on to climbing the highest, I'm going to show it to you on this wall right here. Obviously, this is tied to my specific mantras and talent sets and oath. But if you want, the knowledge is yours and you can experiment with your own builds now. And because my combo is too long, I am not going to bother explaining what I did and how I did. I am very sorry. But instead of explaining it, I'm going to play it in a 0.5 speed, so you can examine the exact buttons and stuff I'm doing in the meantime. So let's get started. I'm almost on the end of the video, but I wanted to show you this one thing last time. So, you know how every trackstar runs to that one spot where everybody heals up? Well, sometimes veterans can even mess up themselves, just like me. And you can use my technique to actually just glide your way over to the dry land without falling inside the water, and that is completely evading every single person that is chasing you and does not know about the technique, except if they have wind step and a bit of IQ, but that is very unlikely for Deepwoken players. Before you go, I want to mention that I figured all of these techniques out on my own, no help at all, so I am not very comfortable giving this information out, but in order to secure the knowledge and claim it as mine, I'm going to be making this video and uploading it to YouTube. But that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, make sure to subscribe and leave a like down below. And last but not least, thanks for all the support for all the people that made me do this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, stay fast and see you guys in the next one.